7 powerful Spartan-inspired exercises for brutal strength. The ancient Greek Spartans were the embodiment of real-world endurance, discipline, and power. From an early age, each boy was forged through relentless training, where only strength, speed, and courage ensured survival. This intensity created not just a legendary people, but also one of the strongest and most feared armies in history. That's why today you'll see 7 Spartan-inspired exercises to develop brutal strength. But I'll tell you up front, they are intense and brutally effective, after all. Spartans didn't run to lose fat and define their abs. They ran at maximum speed to kill or avoid being killed. Before we begin, tell me in the comments your name and how long you've been training. Exercise number 1, Cossack squat. This unique movement has its roots in ancient Spartan combat techniques. Warriors needed exceptional mobility to quickly change direction during battles, especially when fighting in phalanx formation. The Cossack squat simulates this need for lateral strength and balance that a Spartan needed to maintain position in the battle line. What makes this exercise particularly valuable is its ability to develop multi-directional strength. On a battlefield, Spartans couldn't afford to have weaknesses in any angle of movement. To execute it correctly, start standing with your legs well apart, wider than shoulder width. Point your toes slightly outward. Transfer your weight to your right leg while bending your right knee, keeping your left leg extended. Lower until your right thigh is parallel to the ground. The heel of the extended leg may lift, but keep the foot on the ground. Keep your back straight and core engaged. Return to the starting position and repeat on the other side. A common mistake I see many people make is allowing the working leg knee to project beyond the foot, putting excessive stress on the joint. Spartans understood the importance of preserving the body's structural integrity. An injured knee meant death on the battlefield. Keep the knee aligned with the foot throughout the movement. This exercise intensely works the quadriceps, glutes, adductors, abductors, and core. The unilateral nature of the movement also significantly challenges your balance and proprioception, essential qualities for a warrior who needed to maintain stability while carrying a heavy shield and spear. For training programming, I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions for each side. Beginners can start by holding onto a support for greater stability. As you progress, you can add load by holding a kettlebell or dumbbells. For a more challenging progression, try holding the lowest position for 3 to 5 seconds on each side, simulating the isometric resistance that Spartans needed to maintain the battle line. Exercise number 2, Sandbag ground to shoulder. This brutal exercise directly simulates one of the most valued skills among Spartan warriors, the ability to lift and transport heavy and unstable loads. On the battlefield, a Spartan often needed to rescue an injured comrade or carry supplies over rough terrain. What many people don't know is that training with unstable loads like the sandbag develops much more functional and real-world applicable strength than working with barbells and dumbbells. Spartans didn't have polished gyms. They trained with what they had at their disposal: stones, logs, and yes, sandbags used to build fortifications. To execute it correctly, position a sandbag on the ground in front of you. Approach it with feet shoulder-width apart. Bend your knees and hips, keeping your back straight and core engaged. Grab the sandbag with both hands. In an explosive movement, pull the sandbag from the ground and bring it to your shoulder, using the strength of your legs and hips to generate power. You can alternate shoulders or do consecutive repetitions on the same side. A mistake I see many people make is trying to lift the weight primarily with their arms and back. Spartans knew that true power comes from the legs and hips, the largest muscle chains in the body. Use them to generate the initial force, leaving the arms only as connecting links, not as the main drivers of the movement. This exercise intensely works almost all major muscle groups: quadriceps, glutes, spinal erectors, shoulders, trapezius, and core. The unstable aspect of the sandbag also recruits numerous stabilizing muscles that normally aren't as demanded in exercises with fixed equipment. I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 10 repetitions for each side. Start with a lighter sandbag, 22 to 44 pounds, and progress as your technique and strength improve. For a more challenging variation, you can do a complex. Lift the sandbag from the ground to the shoulder, press above the head, return to the shoulder and then to the ground, counting as a complete repetition. Exercise number 3, box jumps. This explosive movement represents a modern adaptation of a crucial skill for Spartan warriors. the ability to quickly jump obstacles during combat or during marches over rough terrain. Spartans constantly faced physical challenges in their battlefields: stone walls, fallen logs, trenches, and rock formations. The ability to overcome them quickly, even while carrying heavy equipment, could mean the difference between life and death, especially during ambushes or strategic retreats. To execute it correctly, position yourself a short distance from a stable box or platform. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart. Make a quick half squat, swinging your arms backward. Explosively extend hips, knees, and ankles, swinging your arms forward and upward to generate momentum. Land on the box with knees slightly flexed, cushioning the impact. The final position should be with the hip fully extended and the body erect. Carefully step down or gently jump back to the ground. The secret is to use the whole body as a coordinated unit, just as a Spartan needed to do when scaling a wall or jumping over a fallen enemy soldier. The power comes mainly from the quadriceps, glutes, and calves, but the core and arms play crucial roles in coordinating the movement. A common mistake is choosing a box that's too high prematurely. Start with a height you can completely master before increasing the challenge. This exercise intensely works the lower limb power, developing not just strength but also the ability to apply it quickly, a quality known as explosive power. Additionally, it significantly improves neuromuscular coordination and dynamic balance. I recommend 4 to 5 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions, with 90 to 120 seconds rest between sets. For beginners, I recommend starting with a 12 to 18 inches high box, focusing on soft landing technique. As you progress, you can gradually increase the box height or add weight using a light-weighted vest, simulating the equipment a Spartan would carry. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to science-based information is what will make you progress with health in the long term in the world of bodybuilding. Exercise number 4, Isometric push-up. This exercise represents a modern adaptation of the legendary Spartan soldier's push-up, a brutal test of endurance and mental strength. Spartan warriors were often forced to maintain static positions for long periods, either during battle formations or as part of their rigorous training. This exercise intensely works the pectoral muscles, anterior deltoids, triceps, and core stabilizers. The isometric nature of the movement creates a unique type of muscle tension that develops functional strength and endurance simultaneously. A frequently overlooked benefit of the isometric push-up is the development of body awareness, the same refined proprioception that allowed Spartans to maintain precise formations even in the chaos of battle. To execute it correctly, start in the high plank position, with hands positioned slightly wider than shoulder width. Your fingers should be pointing forward, elbows extended but not locked. Maintain a straight line from head to heels, with the core engaged. Slowly lower your body approximately 4 to 6 inches, stopping when your elbows are about 90 degrees. Hold this position, resisting against gravity. A common mistake is allowing the hip to drop or rise during the hold. Maintain an absolutely straight line, engaging the glutes and core throughout the isometry. Another frequent error is holding your breath. Breathe in a controlled manner throughout the hold. Try to stay calm and control your breathing even under physical stress. For effective programming, start by holding the position for 20 to 30 seconds, performing 3 to 4 sets with 60 seconds of rest between them. As your strength increases, gradually extend the holding time to 45, 60, and eventually 90 seconds, simulating the endurance needed for a Spartan warrior during long battles. To make the exercise more challenging, you can elevate your feet, place a weight plate on your back, or alternate between different holding heights every 10 seconds, simulating the Spartans' need to quickly adapt to changing battle conditions. Exercise number 5, Farmer's Walk. This brutal exercise perfectly represents the Spartan warrior's march. As we've explained, Sparta's soldiers needed to carry heavy armor, shields, spears, and supplies over long distances, often on difficult terrain and under extreme weather conditions. What many people don't know is that load-carrying training was considered sacred in Spartan culture. A warrior unable to carry his own equipment was seen as a burden to the unit. This exercise intensely works almost all muscle groups in the body: forearms, trapezius, deltoids, core, spinal erectors, quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves. It's a true full-body exercise that develops functional strength, endurance, and stability. The beauty of the farmer's walk lies in its brutal simplicity and effectiveness. Sophisticated equipment or complex techniques aren't necessary. just iron determination and mental resistance. Therefore, to execute the farmer's walk correctly, pick up a pair of heavy dumbbells or kettlebells, one in each hand. Keep them at your sides, with arms extended and shoulders retracted and depressed. Keep the core engaged and posture erect. Walk forward with controlled steps, maintaining constant breathing and a firm posture. The goal is to cover distance or time, not speed. A common mistake is allowing the shoulders to elevate toward the ears, creating unnecessary tension in the upper trapezius. Another frequent error is leaning forward or to the sides. Keep the spine neutral, as if being pulled upward by an imaginary wire. I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 30 to 60 seconds, with 60 to 90 seconds of rest between sets. Start with approximately 70% of the weight you could carry for a short distance. For progression, increase the weight or distance, but never both simultaneously. For a more challenging variation, you can perform the farmer's walk on irregular terrain or include direction changes, simulating the variable conditions a Spartan would face during tactical marches. Exercise number 6, hill sprints. This intense exercise is directly inspired by Spartan ambush tactics, and these warriors need to move quickly across any type of terrain. What makes this exercise particularly valuable is its ability to develop superior anaerobic conditioning and explosive power in the legs. This exercise intensely works all the muscles of the lower limbs, with special emphasis on the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves. It also requires strong engagement of the core and arms for coordination and balance. Beyond muscle development, hill sprints create profound cardiovascular and metabolic adaptations, simulating the extreme energy demands a Spartan would face during combat. The key to hill sprints lies in the combination of brutal simplicity and effectiveness. Sophisticated equipment isn't necessary, just a hill and a warrior mentality, as they frequently trained with minimal resources. To execute it correctly, find a hill with moderate incline, approximately 15 to 30 degrees, and stable surface. Start at the base of the hill in an athletic position, with feet shoulder-width apart. Lean your body slightly forward and begin running explosively uphill, vigorously pumping your arms and pushing the ground forcefully through your forefeet. Maintain maximum intensity for 15 to 20 seconds, or approximately 65 to 130 feet. Walk slowly back down for recovery and prepare for the next sprint. A common mistake is starting too fast and drastically slowing down. Spartans valued consistency and control even at maximum intensity. Seek to maintain a powerful and constant speed from the beginning to the end of the sprint. Another frequent error is predominantly using the quadriceps. Consciously engage the glutes and hamstrings to generate maximum power and protect the knees. I recommend 6 to 10 sprints of 15 to 20 seconds each, with 60 seconds of active recovery, the walk back, between them. For beginners, start with 4 to 6 sprints and gradually increase. Progression can involve increasing the number of sprints, the hill incline, or slightly reducing recovery time. Each sprint should be performed with maximum intensity and precise technique. It's better to do fewer repetitions with total effort than more repetitions with compromised intensity. You'll know you're doing it right when you feel an intense burning in your legs and a significant elevation in heart rate and breathing rate. As the Spartan ethos said, train until the difficult becomes easy, the easy becomes habitual, and the habitual becomes beautiful. Exercise number 7, Burpee pull-up. What many people don't know is that Spartans valued the ability to quickly transition between different movement patterns. In combat, there were no convenient pauses between squatting, jumping, pulling, or pushing. Everything happened in a continuous and unpredictable sequence. The Burpee pull-up trains exactly this capacity for fluidity and adaptation. This exercise intensely works almost all the major muscle groups of the body: chest, shoulders, and triceps during the push-up, core throughout the movement, quadriceps and glutes during the squat and jump, back, biceps, and forearms during the pull. It's a true full-body exercise that develops strength, power, and endurance simultaneously. The beauty of the Burpee pull-up lies in its ability to develop exceptional cardiovascular conditioning while building functional strength. To execute it correctly, position yourself under a pull-up bar. Start standing, then squat, and place your hands on the ground. Kick your feet back, assuming the plank position. Do a complete push-up. Jump with your feet back to your hands and, in an explosive movement, jump up and grab the bar. Complete a pull-up repetition. After completing the pull-up, lower yourself in a controlled manner and repeat the entire sequence. A common mistake is neglecting proper form in favor of speed. Keep each component of the movement technically correct, even when fatigue begins to set in. Another frequent error is using excessive momentum in the pull-up. Control the movement in both the concentric and eccentric phases. For effective programming, I recommend 3 to 4 sets of 5 to 8 repetitions, with 90 to 120 seconds of rest between sets. For beginners, start with modified versions, burpees without the push-up, followed by assisted pull-ups. As your strength and conditioning improve, progress to the complete version. For a more challenging variation, you can add a light-weighted vest, 5 to 10% of your body weight, to simulate the equipment a Spartan would carry. And as everything in life is about balance, if you want to step away from the Spartan intensity a bit and also discover exercises inspired by Shaolin monks for insane resistance even under the greatest pressures, we've left a video appearing right now on the screen showing each one better. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and may God bless you, my friend.